Yo, what's up? This is video number 2 of me choosing my bow, of what bow I'm going to shoot this year. And as I stated in the previous video, I'm going to go over some of the biases I may have on bow. And I think this is the first place to start whenever we're reviewing all these bows. So I've got the Matthews here, I've got the PSSE Korbins here, I've got the Hoyt Korbin below that. I had the Bowtechs. And I've got this Bear Legend Series. This one is the Whitetail and the INT, and I really love it. Great bow. We have another video on this bow versus a Matthews V3X that is actually posted lower on our YouTube page here, so go check it out. Great bow. But we're going to start with our biases. So as I look at this, we have our formulas here that we're looking at of why maybe I like one bow over another. So when it comes to how I look at bows and what I'm going to choose, I look at it differently than the average consumer, which you may say, hey, Korbin, that's kind of stupid. That's dumb. We don't have the same biases or whatever. And that's okay. But I'm trying to be honest in this review because I see so many reviews that are just people pumping out who sent them a free bow or sent them, I don't know, a bow discounted or whatever else. All of these bows are available in our stores, and I do business with every one of these companies. There will be a couple of bows that we're not posting just because I don't stock them. So you're not going to see the Athens, you're not going to see Expedition. I love G5 products. Like, I think Prime and G5 make some amazing products. The new bows are pretty cool. I'm not testing those either because we don't have it in stock. Now, when it comes to our broadhead test and everything else, yes, because I love G5. I love the company. I love the reps, Prime, everything. Everybody's really, really awesome. That being said, I'm going to be testing the Bowtech, the PSSE Korbin, the Hoyt Korbin, the Hoyt Aluminum, the Matthews. We'll be testing the long version and the shorter version, so we're going to have the 33 in there as well. And I'll shoot the Bear just for fun so you can hear kind of like why I like something over another. But as we start here, so we have a 1 to 10, like what may impact how I like a certain bow. And again, this may not be the same biases that you have. I'm not a big brand guy overall. Like, if I have a bow that I like better than another bow, I'm going to shoot it. I will say that having started my first bow shop and building strings since 2006, we're almost 20 years into this, and I guess technically 2005, 20 years into this, and I've learned that there are certain companies that know how to take care of customers, that products may be better, warranty claims are better, and that sort of thing. So it does impact how I move forward choosing a bow. Last year, I shot the Hoyt RX8 all year. I loved it. I will have to say, Hoyt sent me those bows to shoot early so I could test them out, the aluminum and the Korbin. I went with the aluminum for all of my hunts, the shorter one, not the ultra, just because I was doing a lot of whitetail hunting and I liked how compact it was when I was in the tree stand. I didn't have an elk tag last year. I shouldn't have as much like open range type hunting, and so that bow fit me well. I loved it. I shot 9 animals with it. It was a really, really great bow. Really enjoyed it. My fun bow on the side right now is a Lift X33. I enjoy it. I love the long axle to axle on it. I love how smooth it is. I love the adjustability of the bow. So let's start there as we're talking about biases towards bows. So I'm going to start right here with the Bowtech. Bowtech, mentally as a dealer, I feel like they've kind of lacked innovation for a while. And I know this whole process here on your limbs and the Matthews stuff, it is what it is. But in terms of bow changes, shape changes, cam changes, and things like that, I think that they've been a little bit further behind. I don't think the engineers in there are working like some of the other shops, other dealer, either manufacturers, in order to bring you the best product that's out there. Now, I have Robin Hooded this bow. This is the Solution LS, and I have Robin Hooded arrows with this bow twice now at 20 yards with no sight or anything else, just getting my anchor point. Bow's super smooth. But I will say that in terms of company, working with the company, I lost my main rep that used to be there forever. This bow is probably not one of my favorite companies overall that I work with. Not in a negative way at all. They have been great to us it's probably not my favorite. It feels bulky. A lot of stuff about this bow, but in terms of like my biases towards the companies, if I choose this bow, it's not because I like the company better than I like another company. I will have to say that. So on that bow, it's going to get 10 jumping points. So it's going to start with a 10. Only because I don't have anything towards it that I would like or that I don't like about the company. They've been good overall, a good average company. So that one's great. So they get 10 points. So they're starting with 10 points. And the one with the highest score in the end of this, that's going to be the bow that we choose and that I'm going to shoot all year, which I've got to get this done. Let's go ahead and go with the Bear. I think Bear has one of the best warranty claims in the entire archery industry. Like, they are so easy to work with for us as a manufacturer. I think that they pop out really good bows that are in the great price range, and I would have no issue hunting with this bow. I will tell you that on this particular bow, there's some plastic parts and stuff like that I don't like, and so I'm gonna probably not shoot this bow. I'm just gonna give you a heads up on it, but we're gonna throw it in the mix anyways. So on the biases there, because I do believe that I love the company overall and how they treat us and how they treat our customers and how they go above and beyond to take care of customers if something's wrong. I'm going to give them a 5. So they're going to start with a 5 because I am a little biased to them as a company because everything they've done for us has been so phenomenal. I mean, they're great. Warranty stuff's great. I'd say the negative, and the only reason that they're not getting a 0 is because if I have a lot of warranty claims, that's an issue too. But I will again say that we don't have that on all of the bows. Just some of the bows we have more warranty claims than we do on others, but all they do is take care of us. Like, my rep's awesome. They provide us anything that we need when we need it. They're looking out for us. Really, really like them. So let's go on to the PSE. When we started back in 2005-ish, 2003, I don't remember whenever we started. PSE was the first company that we ever carried, okay? They were great to us. We went to the factory. We trained with Olympic archery coach. We used all the 360 slow-mo, really learned how to tune bows, set up bows. My dad and I did that together. I do have some bias to them because it was one of the first companies I ever carried. It's not going to be to the point where they get 0 points because I'm that biased to them. I'm going to have to like the bow in order for me to shoot it, period. I'm not going to have a company bias where I'm going to shoot it because I like the company or give it any advantage to that. Now, I do love their new tuning technology, which isn't brand new for them. It's been around. I love how they thought about how to tune their bows, the ease and tunability of them. I really like how PSE and the new changes there that they care about people. Warranty issues, haven't had any issues. The only issues we are having is getting bows in. Like, you cannot get these Korbin bows in very quickly at all. But I do like that they're made in the USA. So with them, with Bear, we gave them a 5, Bowtech's a 0. We're going to go with PSE. I'm going to go with a 5 as well on them because I'm not going to pick them just because they're PSE. If I like the bow better in the end and they get more points, I have no problem shooting it. I also really like their camo. And warranty issues aren't a big deal. Again, shipping stuff from companies is a big deal to me. So we're going to go with the Matthews now. As y'all know, we're one of the largest Matthews dealers in the entire world. We do sell a lot of Matthews, and the comparison of Matthews to other bows out there, in terms of the numbers that we sell, it's not even close. Like, when you come into our store to shoot a bow, we tell you, please shoot everything on the wall. We want you to pick what you prefer. This bow is awesome. The Lift X with the technology that's on it, how easy. I mean, I broadhead tuned my Lift X 33 in less than 2 shots. My rep, I'm not going to name him on here, but like I would say, I'm not going to say we're friends because we try to maintain a business relationship because it's very important. But, I check on him, I check on his daughter, make sure that they're doing well, that sort of thing. We have a good relationship. And I would say I do have a lot of bias towards Matthews in terms of how the company deals with us. They have been so when we first started to bring in anything other than PSE, Matthews was like, well, we're not going to go into Seminole. You're going to have to prove yourself. So I asked for like 3 years, and we finally got them to come into our store here. And that being said, it's been a really great business relationship. I think we've proven ourselves to each other a long time. My rep and the warranty department at Matthews as a dealer is phenomenal. I would say they're every bit as good as Bear. If I call, we get taken care of. We had the original Matthews brought in a few months ago, 2 of the original solo cams. And guess what Matthews was able to do? they were able to send us some limbs for those 2 bows. It was not even an issue. We had original receipts, everything. They were like, hey, we'll get them to you. So we had the original Matthews, and they sent us the limbs for it. You cannot deny how awesome that is. And deal with the phones ringing in the background. I'm the only one here, so there's nowhere to answer them, and we're not open yet. So I love Matthews. I will say, because of that relationship, they're gonna get 0 points to start off in terms of biases, because I have more bias towards Matthews because of what our relationship is with them, and I want that to be very clear as we're shooting these bows. Like, I would shoot a Matthews just because I have such a good relationship with the company. And so y'all just being aware, I'm not sugarcoating that. Now, this bow is not free. I am paying for all the bow that I shoot. I'm not paying for all these. Obviously, I'm shooting them off the wall. But like, if I decided to, from any of these manufacturers, I guarantee you I could call and I could get a free bow to shoot this year. I'm not doing that. I will buy the bow from the store, and I'm not getting the bow for free. I don't think that's fair to y'all for me to get a bow for free, but I could get all of these for free and shoot them and go from there and shoot the bow that I wanted for the year for free. Like last year, I shot that Hoyt for free. Loved it. I had no obligation in to tell you I loved it. They just sent it and were like, hey, we want you to tell us what you think. Put some videos out there. Killed a big 160-inch whitetail with it in Kansas. It was amazing. That being said, 0 start-off points for Matthews. So we're gonna start them off behind because I do have a little bias there. And I would say as a dealer for them, one of the cool things is when I order bows from them, I actually know the ship dates. It's not like, hey, I call and I have a customer, hey, we want this custom bow, this is what we want, and we're told 2 weeks from the factory, and then the next thing we know, it's 8 weeks and we don't have the bow yet. And so Matthews actually gets stuff to us. The easeability of ordering custom and all of that. Also, guys, we stock a lot of Matthews and Hoyts, and so they have an advantage there in terms of maybe my selection, because we do a lot more business with them. Again, all these manufacturers have been really good to us. Here's the Hoyt. I would say with them as a dealer, love them. My rep's good. He goes and fills my deer feeders for me, that sort of thing. That being said, Hoyt's going to start with a 5. Because sometimes I get really angry at the factory taking so long to get us product. Like, I don't know what it is, but we have more of a struggle with them. And again, I'm not bashing them. We love the Hoyts. You can see GK shooting a Hoyt right now. I'm just saying, as a dealer and being honest with all of you, I want you to know which bow I prefer, and the bias is coming in there. So, Bowtech, we started off with 10. I have no bias there. I'm not going to pick them just because who the company is. Bear, we gave a 5. PSSE, I believe we gave a 5. Matthews, we gave a 10, so it's actually, or a 0, so they're actually behind. And then Hoyt, we're going to give a 5 because I could consider shooting them just because of my relationship with them, but probably not as much as I could consider shooting the Matthews. In the end, you guys, we're going to look at draw cycle. We have biases done now. We're going to have poundage. That's coming up. We're going to do the draw cycle here in a little bit. We got fit to finish, so like how the bows look from the factory. The speed, actual speed to IBO. Draw length, like is it measuring what the mod or what the limbs are saying it should be measuring? Same thing on the poundage. So on the draw length, we're going to do a 1/4 inch. It's got to be within a 1/4 inch. Accessories, like how does a company make accessories that fit and match the bows? I'm going to get y'all's opinion, and we're also going to add in there how easy the bow is to tune. We're going to use the same arrow on all of them because my draw length, it just depends on the bow, but between 29.5 and 29 and 29.5, and we're going to shoot the same arrow on them across the board. So stay tuned for that. The shooting parts happen next. If you have comments, comment below. Anything that you think that we should be paying attention to, comment below so I can pay attention to those and get them added into the next videos. Thanks for following along.